This is for Taryn O'Banion's speech class. These are the witnesses, including me. Whenever you're ready.
Celiac disease is very common in the United States. According to the National Digestive Diseases Information Clearinghouse, published in 2008, surprisingly, a shocking 83% of Americans that have this disease have no idea that they have it, or they are misdiagnosed. Celiac disease should be taken very seriously, and it continues to affect several people every day, and can be life-changing. People that have to deal with this on a daily basis have to deal with the bad effects, such as harming the small intestine and putting a halt on food absorption. Living with celiac disease has various symptoms, treatments, and is diagnosed in many ways. According to the National Digestive Diseases Information Clearinghouse, published in 2008, those with this disease have various symptoms that can vary so much and occur at any age. This makes it hard to identify because it is difficult to tell if the person has this disease or if they don't. Those that do have it cannot eat foods that contain gluten. Their immune system decides to react by damaging part of their small intestine. There are various feet and even a rash called dermatitis herpetiformis. Some with this disease have no symptoms but can have health complications over time. Long-term effects would be identified by malnutrition, which can lead to things like anemia, miscarriages, liver diseases, and even cancers of your intestine. Any gender can have this. Many adults that do have this disease for over a decade actually are misdiagnosed. The longer it is, the greater chance of complications. As you can tell, there are several symptoms, and it varies from person to person. Everyone's situation is distinctively unique. Taken from Allergic Living, published in 2014, many families have to deal and live with someone in their immediate family who have this disease. A New York City family named the Teitelbaums have 5 out of their 6 family members that have celiac disease. The mother, her name is Ronnie, and she says that they have tried to make it a positive thing in their family from day to day. This family is a perfect example of a family having to deal with celiac disease. This is another reason why doctors ask if anyone else in your family has this disease, because it could be possibly genetically linked. Doctors recommend that if you do have family members that have this disease, that you also go and get screened for it. The odds of a family member having it rose from 1 to 1 in 22 for immediate family members, which is an all-time high. According to the National Foundation for Celiac Awareness, published in 2014, it states that Alyssa, a 16-year-old girl, has recently been diagnosed. She was having endless digestion problems, and in the beginning thought it was her liver. She went through multiple detoxes and had no results. Finally, her doctor tested her for wheat allergy, and it came back positive. After a month of a gluten-free diet, she is now feeling wonderful. A girl named Stevie also had similar problems, and her only fix was to stay on a gluten-free diet. This disease not only affects the person that has it, but also can have an impact on the other family members involved. Celiac disease is diagnosed and treated in many ways. According to Mayo Clinic, published in 2014, celiac has only one treatment, and unfortunately, that is a lifelong gluten-free diet. According to the National Digestive Diseases Information Clearinghouse, published in 2008, and National Foundation for Celiac Awareness, published in 2014, there are various ways it can be diagnosed. Procedures such as blood tests, biopsies, and screenings. An obvious sign also could be a severe rash. Everyone has a different story to tell, and everyone has different symptoms, and that's why this disease can be very hard to diagnose. You have to constantly watch what you eat and make sure that you are taking good care of yourself. When your body isn't absorbing the food that it needs to, it can cause many problems. Celiac disease diagnosis rate may reach 50 to 60% by 2019, and hopefully it will. There are several people out in the world today that have this disease and don't know why they have it. and have to live in pain every day because of it. Making more people interested in it and raising awareness will help to get the job done and make people's lives a lot better in the end. Now I have a quick PowerPoint that I wanted to show you. Are you zoomed in? Here it just shows how in the small intestine is where it mainly occurs, but it can affect all your inside organs. And this chart here, it shows how common it is to have someone in your immediate family to also have celiac disease. As you can tell, people with first-degree relatives, it's awfully high. And the only way to treat celiac disease is to stay away from the things such as wheat and gluten. And all my pictures were taken from Google Images right there.
All right. Very good. That is the end of your speech. And the witnesses again, including me. Very good.